Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another Self-Working Saturday. In this banger of a video, I'm going to be teaching you a card trick from just a legend, and his name is Stewart James. And this man creates some of the most astounding, most clever, most impossible to figure out stuff ever with playing cards. Now, this is the type of routine that you'll probably have to close with because it requires a different deck that's completely set up, and there's some writing on the deck, and you'll see what I mean, but it's definitely worth it, so let's get right into it. So for this trick, I've made a prediction. Well, I lied. I've made 52 different predictions. But what I mean by that is I've written a card down on the face of each card, just random cards, and none of them match. As you can see on the King of Clubs, I have the 10 of Spades. On the 8 of Clubs, I have the Ace of Hearts, and so on. There's no matching, there's just randomness from a shuffle deck that I put together. So what I'll do is this. In fact, we can even see that all the cards are mixed and they're all different. You can see the randomness as they go by, as they're being shuffled, alright? So what we'll do, let's try to get a match, all right? So it just, it works on instinct, really. So what I'll do is I'll try to cut to a card. Let's see, not that one doesn't feel right. Let's see, no, that one doesn't feel right. Third time's a charm. Ooh, you know what? I think this one feels like the right card to use. I can't explain it, but I think it feels right, all right? So I'll leave that right there, all right? So what we'll do is I'll have you cut off some cards. If you were here, I'll have you cut off some cards. Just whatever feels good, however many you think is enough, all right? So maybe you cut off that many there, all right? So what I'll do is I'll try to sense the cards in this, all right? I'll try to sense that. I'll try to sense my card. Let's see. What I'll do is I'll start dealing cards, and I'll try to stop whenever it feels right, okay? So watch. I'll go... let's see. No, not yet. Let's see. You know what? I think right here feels the best. I can't explain it. Just a certain feeling I have. All right. So for the first time, the card that I put down is the 6 of Diamonds, and the card that I wrote on the 6 of Diamonds is the 9 of Spades. All right. So let's count the number of cards that you cut off. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe the number 13 has something to do with this card here. I mean, you could have cut off as many cards as you wanted to. So let's see. In my pile, if we count 13 cards, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wouldn't it be crazy? I mean, imagine a scenario where everything has to be so perfect that the cards you cut off somehow matched this card and matched this card somehow. I mean, the deck was shuffled. You cut off as many cards as you wanted to. I stopped dealing at a random spot, cut to a random card. Every ingredient has to be just right for this to match. And honestly, I don't think it will, but let's just check it. We'll check anyway. As you can see, the 9 of Spades not only has a match, but it also has a card written on it, and the card is the 6 of Diamonds. Alright, so here's how you do this trick. So what you're going to do is grab a deck of cards. It can be any deck of cards you want, and just make sure that all the cards are there. So all 52 cards, no duplicates, no missing cards, no jokers. Alright, so all 52 cards has to be present. Alright, so once you have that, just give it a thorough shuffle so they're good and mixed. Alright, so next what you'll do is you'll separate the deck into 2 piles, so 26 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. All right, so you have 26 cards in each pile. So now what you're going to do is you're going to turn over the top card of each pile like this. Oh, double backer. Turn over the top card of each pile like this. And then what you're going to do is take a Sharpie and write the name of each card on the other card. So in other words, you'll write the King of Diamonds on the 8 of Hearts, and you'll write the 8 of Hearts on the King of Diamonds. All right, so once you do that, you will put both of these cards on the bottom of each packet and just do it again. So you'll keep doing that over and over until all the cards are written on. So again, you'll turn over the top cards of each pile. You'll write the 4 of Hearts on the Jack of Spades. You'll write the Jack of Spades on the 4 of Hearts. Again, turn both cards face down and put them on the bottom of the packet. Once you've completed all the cards, you will just put the pile on top, and then your deck is complete, and that is the setup. What this setup does is if the top card, as you can see, is the 6 of diamonds and it has the 9 of spades written on it, that means that automatically the 27th card will be the 9 of spades. So that we can just check. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Yep, there it is, the 9 of spades with the 6 of diamonds written on it. All right, so that works no matter how you cut the cards. So let's say we cut the cards here, maybe here. It doesn't matter how many times you cut the cards, it's always going to remain the same because it's a cycle. All right, so we have the 8 of diamonds with the 7 of spades, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we have the we have the 7 of spades with the 8 of diamonds written on it, which matches the top card. So that's how the stack is, and that is your beginning setup. So in essence, all this is the classic 21 force, all right? So all that is if you take the top card and put it over here, and in this case we'll choose a different card for this one. We have a 10 of clubs with the 8 of spades written on it, all right? So we'll keep that there. Now, what happens if I cut off less than 25 cards? Let's see, we cut off this many. All right, so if we count these, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards. So all I have to do now is count onto the table 25 cards. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so that's 25 cards. The way this force works mathematically is pretty brilliant. So here we have, 15? So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The way the deck was set up with that order, with that cycle order, is that this card, the original top card, and this card will always match, all right? So we have the 8 of spades with the 10 of clubs. It's always going to match. But that in itself is just, it's not a magic trick, all right? So how can we turn that principle into a magic trick, all right? So it's very simple. You can present this as that you made 52 different predictions, all right? So you can go through and show them that, look, I've written just random cards on the faces of each card. None of them match, they're just random from a shuffled deck. And you can be real fair with this too, because it's not a stacked deck. It's a legitimately shuffled deck because you did shuffle it. All right, so what you're gonna do is give it some cuts. You can cut as many times as you want to, and saying in fact we'll even give it a shuffle too. And now what you're gonna do here is just a self-working table shuffle, and by that you just turn the deck face up. And what you're gonna do is just thumb over some cards, maybe 5 to 10 cards, and then turn them over face down and slap them on the table so they're in a little spread like that. All right, so next just do the same thing, but have them staggered, so it's sort of like starting it's like looking like a shuffle now. So you just keep doing this, and then they can see not only that all the cards are different, but they can see that it's very random. You talk about how there's random cards written on them as they go by, as they're being shuffled. You say that, all right? So next you can have them actually push the shuffle in and then square them up, and then you say what we're going to do is try to get a match, because none of those matched before, but we'll try to get a match. And you can play it off like, I'll try to cut to a card, one that just feels right, maybe not that one. You can keep cutting cards until one feels right, but there's also proves the fact that you're continuing to mix the deck, right? So maybe that one, that doesn't feel right. And third time's a charm. Maybe this one, ooh, yeah, this one feels right. So anytime you want, just put a card aside, all right? So just as long as it's the top card of the deck, and you're fine. Now you put the deck over here and you put this to the side, and now you have them do it. Say, why don't you try it? Try to cut off some cards, just however many feels like it's the right amount, or whatever you want to say, right? It just goes on instinct. And just direct them to cut off maybe half the deck or less, all right? So it can't be like 33 cards. It has to be, less than 25, all right? So they cut off maybe this many here, and say, you could have cut off any amount of cards, all right? So what we'll do because I'll try to deal some cards out to try to match your pile, or to try to get a sense of how many cards there are, or whatever you want to see, all right? It doesn't really matter your presentation. This is just what you do, all right? So now, at this point, you just do the 21 force. You deal 25 cards face down, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, as you're doing this, you can play it up as like you can speed up and slow down towards the end, making it seem like you're sensing something, right? So once you've done that, say, look, how many cards did you cut off? Because this feels right to me, but it looks like more, but it still feels right. So ask them to count their pile. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 17 cards, and per the mathematical principle, the 17th card down in this pile, of course, will match this card. Say, look, the card that I set aside is actually the 10 of clubs with the 8 of spades written on it. Again, I already did that one. Anyway, we'll go 17 cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And of course, they always match. And that's the trick. It's one of those things where, like I said, it's a closer, because you don't want to just do this, right at the beginning. That'd be kind of weird. So, like, you can bring this deck out, as a super closer, or whatever you want to do. It's a fun trick, and it's one of those things that makes people scratch their heads in disbelief and astonishment. So, hope you enjoy it, and hope you give it a shot. And that's the reset. Alright guys, so as always, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I really hope that you enjoyed watching me talk about card tricks all day. Because right now it's noon with my invisible watch there, and I've been recording tricks nonstop all day, and it's just a good time. I have a blast doing this for you guys. So until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.